let me get this straight, Civilot. You can turn people into kernels and have them pop in the microwave? And I can eat them?
Deal. No, whatever else you want. Deal.
Just stop right there. You don't have to have the sales pitch any further. Like Jermaine figured out about
You
that
had
shit.
the Ipcord.
As soon as he got embraced, he was like, dude, you never told me about this. This is awesome.
You had me at Ipcord. So beautiful.
Alright, so the three of you begin extensively reviewing footage. Let's make things interesting. Byron, why don't you go ahead and make a perception plus awareness roll for me at difficulty 4? Two successes. You don't hear anything.
Alright.
Alright, so there the three of you are in the war room. All the stuff, all the information's been quickly and actually thoroughly and meticulously cataloged. Apparently, there might have been more police manpower devoted to the situation due to the tragic and horrific nature of the massacre.
Well, yeah, like I said before, I'm sure they had multiple precincts working on it.
Definitely. And definitely wasn't a problem to get copies, because many copies of the material has already been made.
Alright then, let's videos.
See, the video stuff, fast forwarding through the footage, it's not that difficult to find out with the two investigation gurus in there in the coterie. It's shortly before, 11 p.m. There's Marcus, walking into the club. Like he don't give a fuck, and everyone's like, sweet, Marcus Paulson's arrived, the party's so much better now. Marcus, for your part, you don't remember doing this at all.
Anything? Marcus?
Jordan?
I keep press button, but the thing won't listen to me. Damn it.
Who knows how many witty insights we missed because we could not hear you.
All of them.
All of the witty insights. I've been so unsubtle tonight, you'll never know.
Alright, well, anyway, you can go ahead and react now.
I don't remember, though.
Alright then, well, let's keep watching, see if you exited before the, panic.
Fast forwarding, back and forth through the footage, back and forth. Doesn't go out the front door at any point. Check the other tapes, the one for the back camera, back and forth, back and forth. No. The attack happened, you definitely see other people streaming out, of course, an emergency for services arriving, people coming in frantically. At no point do you see Marcus. Maybe he picked up Obfuscate at some point?
Can you turn invisible now, Marcus?
No.
Although Obfuscate wouldn't hide him from the technology of the camera anyway, unless he was like a fucking god at Obfuscate.
Yes, so you guys know, but I have been secretly been. He takes his hand into his face and rips it off. Alone this entire time.
And then he's just staring at us with a blank skull and his face in his hand.
He falls over dead.
No, you can survive that as a vampire. I got shot in the head.
Yeah, but Marcus is like, nope. Can't turn invisible.
Do you think he might have escaped through the roof?
Do I look like I know anything?
Yeah, fair enough.
Marcus, when I hit up the Excalibur, there was no fog machine there.
In fairness, the Excalibur was the club that he said he went to, and there wasn't any sort of fog machine or anything there at all. The club where all of this took place, where you see Marcus going into right now, was the Saucy Lady. And that's the one where they all talked about the fog machine and what have you.
I was talking about the one I shouldn't have... Shouldn't have.
All right, tell you what, how about we go over all of these eyewitness accounts and see if maybe one of the nice women there remembers you having stepped out at some point. Yeah?
Multiple people definitely remember seeing Marcus at some point or another. None of them were paying attention enough that they could recall the extent of it, and it's kind of not a question that any of the investigators cared enough to ask. Like, what about that Marcus Paulson guy? What happened to him?
Right, right.
But it's certainly something that multiple eyewitnesses who were at the scene remembered, in spite of everything.
So,
And time pinpoint would pretty much have him there around the time when the attack was. Which I think I said was like 3:19 a.m. or something like that. It was somewhere in the 3-ish range. I don't remember now.
all right, then I'm going to try to, pick over the eyewitness accounts and try to build up a composite picture of what happened based on what the most people said happened, and giving extra weight to things that are things that I've already confirmed that monster can do.
Okay. Both you, as well as Joseph, since you're both investigators, go ahead and give me some intelligence plus investigation. The two of you. We'll say difficulty 7. That's 2 successes from Joseph, and 1 success from David.
The crazy one is better at this than you.
Between the two of you, you are able to piece together some sort of composite sketch of how events went in memory. Everything was fine and glorious. What a wonderful time on Friday the 13th night, particularly whenever Marcus showed up. That was kind of cool, having him there, sort of like eye candy. A few ladies might have expressed interest in him, something like that, but it kind of paled in comparison to the horrific event that occurred. Sometime about half hour before everything went to hell, that's when folks started thinking that the fog machine had come in. Some sort of fog generator builder, something to make the lights all prettier and some sort of mystically cool effect. And everyone thought it was cool at the time. No complaints or anything, and everyone just assumed that someone else brought it. But no one who is an employee at the Saucy Lady, or the proprietor of Saucy Lady, knows no fog machine at all. It kind of be seen as like a violation of code, like completely obscure vision like that. Afterwards, the fog started getting thicker and thicker. Then the ground below, people initially wrote it off as drunkenness, but there are definitely similarities that the ground began to tremble. And at some point, everyone certainly distinctly recalls there being an explosion of sorts, at least something like that, and people started screaming. At that point, counts get crazy jittery. Vague outline shapes of people are talking hysterically of some sort of crazy, creepy as fuck snowman looking thing, only it was pulsing and oozing flesh and blood rather than snow. And it had this horrific, fiery, aura around it that made it feel super heated, and there's like these beams, these lances of light. No one who escaped actually was so close to it that they got a really great look. You're able to discern. Apparently, everyone who was that close died. And there wasn't anyone who was wounded by, say, a lance of the light and lived. Everyone who got hit or touched this creature died. All of the wounded were trampled. Mob injuries. At no point was Marcus Paulson among those who escaped or were, recovered by paramedics after the incident occurred. And no one ended up knowing what happened to this mystery snowman.
So, I guess just leave the question of where do we hunt this thing down?
It
What about?
also leaves the question of what all really happened to Marcus.
Yes, it does leave that.
Byron! Can you go ahead and make another perception plus awareness for me on difficulty 4? That's 2 successes. Everything's good.
That's how it begins, Byron. 2 successes, then 3, and then 4. And then before you know it, there's a squirrel running up your leg.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, am I trying to sense something supernatural?
That's pretty
That's
much what it
awareness
is.
Yeah, okay. I was just curious because he wanted to listen for with awareness and see with alertness. I was curious.
Like, yeah. I mean, you can certainly do a perception plus alertness if you like for your more physical senses, by all means.
Oh no, that's fine. I mean, whatever.
No, I
Whatever's gonna work.
insist. Go for it. Roll right now, difficulty 6. Alright,
No
you
successes.
failed. Alright, everything's fine. Back to the room. And as for you,
Tearing me apart.
and as for you, Marcus, none of this remotely jogs your memory. You quite firmly convinced that you went to Excalibur, that there was an incident, involving a woman spilling her drink and perhaps even her dress as well on your jeans there, and you got your drink on. It was glorious, and that's where things get hazy.
I mean, is there a stain on my jeans?
Not those that you're wearing.
So I've changed clothes.
You might have.
I don't remember doing this. Well,
So, what do you think, Marcus?
I'm thinking I should get
If that
this woman's
thing-
number.
If that thing hits you, there may be remnants on your clothes.
Well, these aren't the clothes I was wearing last night, according to the video. Well, that night, anyways.
You want to see if us to go over those and see if there's any minute thing.
I'd be happy to look if you still have them.
I guess we can go with my clothes. I mean, you want me to go get the clothes?
Sure, we should all go.
I'll go back to my haven.
Because remember, we should not split up.
But Vampire's Haven is one of his most sacred places, and if you people know where it is...
Joseph's opening his arms and sort of like, hello?
How do you guys know where I live now?
No, he was saying that, everyone knows where Joseph lives. So come the fuck on.
Yeah, it's a
If you-
fucking church, and he has ghouls to protect him during the day, but I don't.
If you want to go get them, the only thing that concerns us is the possibility that if your mind's been tampered with, you'll do things involuntarily.
Or that he'll be picked off when he's out there without us to back him up. And we won't
Yeah.
know because he has no way of contacting us because he was the one person picked off.
Yes, there is also that worry that you might die. So there's that too. That said, it's
You just stop talking rather quickly.
Yeah, I just sort of let that hang. If you would rather just I or heck even someone else went with you, that would be fine too. Or just if we
Fine,
just
David can
stay
come with me.
nearby.
All right then.
Mark walks out to the church.
I'll...
There's Byron sitting there playing Nintendo.
Yeah, I gotta
called
get a
me.
Game Boy for him.
Where the fuck did you get that thing from?
What's that?
Sitting there playing Nintendo. Where the fuck you get that thing from?
Oh, his dinner was using...
Ring, ring, motherfucker!
So, what was on the tape? What we expected?
Joseph will give a nod. He went in. There's no footage or indication that he came out.
Right. So did you walk outside yet? Because if so, Byron's going to stop you and say, "Do you hear that?
Hear what?
What?
Listen, I hear something."
David is talking to himself in the room with all the evidence. What? Hello? Interesting error.
Well, as you all pass by, Byron's going to say, "Wait a sec. Do you hear that?"
Hear what?
So like a low, keening howl type of thing. I can barely hear it.
So, Joseph, your church.
Last time we bravely ran away, it worked fine. Let's go ahead and do that again.
Isn't this the thing that was chasing Leslie Cutter?
I sure the fuck hope not.
Well, I mean, the scenes look similar, so yeah, probably.
Alright, Marcus is driving. Sweet. Go, Marcus, go to your haven.
I actually think I'm the only one in the car with the ability to drive.
I can.
We're not letting the scary one drive.
Do donuts. Please.
I guess I'm driving to my haven, still grumbling. Oh, good son of a bitch, motherfucker. I hate you guys.
Mother such and such.
Okay. Your journey passes without incident. If all of you would like to make perception plus alertness at difficulty 6 to see if you spot anything, like a car coming out of nowhere to sideswipe you, by all means, feel free.
I have
Nah,
forces.
I'm trying to listen for that keening sound. An awareness check.
Okay.
Byron will say that he stopped hearing the sound now.
No one
Sounds good.
sees or hears anything out of the ordinary. And take some time in transiting, but Marcus, you pull up to that familiar spot parking where Theo Bell has twice now. Feel free to describe your domain, particular haven-type building, if you wish.
Well, it looks like a rundown set of tenements, and yeah, looks like it's in one of those slightly underdeveloped neighborhoods. It's got graffiti on some of the walls. If some of the windows are busted and some of the windows are boarded up, but it's home.
Man, what drug lord are we visiting here?
In Astoria?
Marcus just gonna get out and walk to the door and enter the tenement building.
I guess Byron will figure out that this is his place.
Joseph will follow.
Okay. David
Yep,
want to sit in
I'll
the car
follow
with
as well.
Byron because you don't want to leave anyone alone, right?
What's that now?
I just want to make sure that David was sitting in the car with Byron because you don't want to leave anyone alone, right?
Oh, well, Byron was going to follow him.
I mean,
inside.
if it's Byron, we can leave him.
All right, you all can follow as well. Why not? Everyone traipses into the tenement building together.
I'm staying out with Byron.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever. I mean, it doesn't. We don't all have to go inside.
We don't need 4 people to go get a pair of pants.
Okay.
And a shirt, totally.
All right. Okay, Marcus, you've reached your room. You're inside. Everything looks normal, just the way you left it. But looking around for the clothes and the clothes hamper under the bed, by the bed, and the nightstand. They're not here. The clothes you were wearing, apparently, whenever you went to this club-type place. Maybe you left them at someone's house?
I should have gotten that woman's number.
Marcus, are you having some trouble finding those clothes?
I mean, you can help look for it. I mean, you saw what they look like.
Joseph will come look.
Auto successes on your perception plus investigation, they aren't here.
Do you normally lose your clothes?
Yeah.
It happens on occasion. Sometimes I lose a shirt to fangirls. I mean, it hasn't happened recently.
Understandable, I understand that, but your pants too seems a little, I don't know, excessive.
These are punk fangirls, okay?
They're subtle. They just want my pants.
They're
else.
not nearly as subtle as he is.
Underwear too? Shoes?
He might not wear underwear. He might go commando.
Do you use socks around here?
Please, I don't want to think about that.
Really? You eat people's souls and that's what you're going to judge him on?
He's not wearing socks. We can't be friends.
I mean, I do wear shoes. I'm wearing the shoes I wore that night. Right?
Definitely looks like it.
Well, they're unlikely to have something. You have an extra pair of shoes?
I usually pair shoes every other year. Or every year, whenever they run out.
I'll grab you a pair of shoes. Just...
You're grabbing me a shoes? I have a shoes, man. I'm wearing now.
No, like another pair so that we can take those and just make sure that, you know what, just as long as we can go, just let me have them.
Fine, man. Marcus hands him his shoes and walks around barefoot.
Joseph will check out the shoes, mostly just checking that there's nothing stuck in the sole. He has no hope that there is, but...
There might be some dried gum.
No blood, no dried blood, no dried blood in the soles.
Could be, but you would know that Marcus is a vampire who is regularly engaged in acts which may have resulted in the loss of blood. And considering how Marcus doesn't even change his shoes once every other year and misplaces his clothes, this blood could be from anywhere. It could be from the Sabbat you guys fought. It could be Mario's blood. Could be Mario's blood. Not that you would know about the fight that he had with the Enforcer there. It could be anything he's done. But yeah, we'll say there's some specks of dried blood, though. Why not?
He'll it sounds stupid, but it's the best bet he has. He'll taste the blood and see if it's any possibility that he might taste something strange about it.
Dude, like 15-minute rule.
I'm glad, like, Marcus has walked out, so just like, Jason's standing alone in the haven, like, well, why not? It tastes like the concrete jungle, New York City. And it's quite possibly a taste you never wish you had.
This is
Marcus is gonna pick up his, by the way, and his knife.
Motherfucking Malkavian sitting in other people's rooms and licking their shoes.
I mean, if it's gonna be anyone, it's gonna be the Malkavian, right?
That's it. He's just sending it to fish milk, and he doesn't even realize it.
Just fucking licking shoes. I love it.
You never realize when you've gone full fish milk until you've gone full fish milk.
I mean, it's a a long shot, as you admitted. It's a nice attempt. Just you don't pick up anything. It's certainly not blood that was put on there anytime recently, though.
By the way, Marcus is out of his apartment.
Well, other than a desperate and probably failed hope to find some soap to wash his tongue off with,
Do you have any idea how bad soap actually tastes?
Yes, I do know how bad soap actually tastes. I had one of those parents.
Me too.
Joseph probably doesn't know though. He had good parents. He'll put the shoes down and go look for soap.
Okay. Marcus definitely takes a shower from time to time, so he'll certainly have body things.
He'll probably look at them like, hey, this is probably a worse idea.
He just like starts tonguing the soap. Marcus comes back. Hey, are you cut? What are you doing?
You know
And
what?
I
Rub
thought
that on my balls, right?
It's
No.
magical soap. It's okay.
No, you didn't realize that? Oh. Well, now this is double awkward.
Alright, so eventually, Joseph will make it out of there. Are you taking the shoes? You're gonna leave them there.
I drop them and if Marcus doesn't pick them up quick, I say, hey, you can have your shoes back there.
He's already gone. He's gone.
Oh, he left.
He
them
walked
there.
out barefoot. You're alone.
Oh. Well,
You
then
were-
I'll bring him his shoes.
Alright, Marcus is back up to the car first. A few minutes later, Joseph arrives with his shoes.
What took you so long? Why does it look like you tasted something awful?
He'll drop his shoes in the right next to Marcus. Get in the car. Says, I don't want to talk about it.
Marcus will put his check on and start driving off again.
So, turning David and Byron, it appears that the clothes he was wearing are gone.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Aaron can't talk to you right now. He's too busy flipping desks.
You should have seen how far one flipped.
Flip all the desks.
And
Listen,
this far after they just put them all back after Jermaine went through town flipping all the desks, and this happens.
Now they all have to get again. It's like you don't even realize. Anyway, I mean, I don't know, I don't really have any other leads to follow. What do you guys think?
Sit around, hope the thing attacks, and see if we can kill it or die trying. I'm just throwing it out there as one option.
Well, another option is we could always run by the Elysium. The coterie did say we could drop off any information with that Nicole girl, right? Or did you even tell us that? I can't remember if you went back or not.
Yeah, I guess we could pull off these witness reports and the security footage.
Yeah, it's not much, but there's no reason to not drop it off.
Did you
Especially if
bring
it's
those with you, or did you leave them in the church?
probably left him in the church.
We totally left in the church.
I thought so, but I figured I'd check so I wasn't an asshole.
Um, yeah, there's no reason to not drop those off, and it doesn't look like we'll have much more to go on immediately anyway, so.
So, what were your two ghouls up to at the church there, Sean?
Hopefully not dying.
Well, yeah, I was just wondering, like, what the task might be. Like, of course, you guys were in a hurry, so you left and Marcus drove the car away, so you didn't have either of the ghouls with you. I just didn't know what today's particular schedule might have been.
Oh, you know, continuing to breathe, having all of their body parts intact.
Bodily
Um,
function. Those things take up so much time. It's a wonder kind can do anything. No, it's just sort of normal day to day. I expect they write sermons, they clean up the church, they make sure finances are in order. They probably
they
handle
buy
things with my
Chinese takeout.
yeah,
Okay.
they probably handle things with my cult on the side.
Right. We'll say that Craig was out doing things, and Ryan got left back at the church. This is in
So
no way, shape, or form important at all.
if she's
If
dead,
you
I'm gonna get a little bit annoyed.
P.S. Your church just got bombed.
Not at me, I hope. You guys abandoned after Byron heard a low keening noise. Howl type thing.
You know what? I'm turning this car and going back to the church.
Isn't that the direction we were headed?
It was the direction
I
you
don't
were
know.
headed.
Apparently we did a 360.
He's gonna do a donut.
There we go. We got your wish finally.
No, but just as a FYI, Joseph's idea was they're coming after us. He didn't even think about that they might attack his goals. He doesn't assume that people are going to, well, stoop that low.
Right, but if, Byron heard that low howl, and that creature did say arrive at the church, and the only things that might have been there were the ghouls.
True,
The
I'm
delicious old popcorn.
not saying that it might not have. I'm just saying that he wouldn't have thought of it like that.
It punched them all in popcorn. You're welcome.
Well, don't move. Get back in the car. Get back in the car. Back in the car. Well, for starters, as you all pull up, all of you actually end up hearing it. Just to sort of how or why this thing gets emitted, you're not quite sure, but there definitely is a just like that roar, like the waves of the ocean lapping up against a beach or what have you, like a massive gale of 75 miles per hour wind blowing through. You all hear it.
That isn't ominous at all.
Considering that, Joseph's gun's probably out. He'd assume that it'd have disappeared when they left.
And it normally you really can't pinpoint the location, but you definitely say since it's pretty loud and it's getting louder as you approach the church and come up somewhere near it, it's probably coming from the church.
David's going to follow Joseph on this one. This is
Joseph's
church.
just waiting for the car to stop to get out. Until he actually flips the lid and goes frenzy because something happened, he's ice cold.
And you know what? David is actually going to spend 6 points of blood on the way up to boost his strength and dexterity up to 6.
Okay.
Marcus will spend blood to upgrade his dexterity to 6 as well, and up his strength to 3.
Alright.
Yeah, Byron will probably heal up his dex to 6 as well. That's 4 blood points, and he'll leave it there. That's how he'll do.
Joseph will put an extra point into Dex with a blood point.
Okay.
You still have my shotgun.
Is that a question?
That's a question.
I think so. I put it in the back seat.
Alright then. Well, as soon as the car comes to a stop, David's going to start moving out. His pistol propped up on top of his other arm, where he's holding his knife.
Marcus will get out of the car wielding the shotgun appropriately.
Yeah,
Like
Byron will get out with the pistol as well.
Yeah, about a second before the car stops, Joseph's opening the door and coming straight out. Oh yes, because that doesn't look bad.
Don't pay no attention to the objects flying around inside the church. Craig is frenzied totally.
Joseph's gonna feel horrible after this, no matter what happens.
Hey, at the very least, if she's not quite dead, you can heal her.
And if she is, well, if she's nearly dead, might change her, but
Yeah,
hopefully
if her body's still warm, you can embrace her.
Well, David certainly wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, he'd know giving her blood he'd know how to do that.
Well, yeah, I didn't say Joseph. Joseph knows everything just fine. It's David.
Oh, yeah.
David doesn't know shit anymore.
Right, you folks are welcome to, approach this however you so wish.
David's going to turn invisible and start moving in.
Okay.
Since Marcus has been in this situation before, well, he's been in the military before, he knows, not to go running into places where the Charlie.
Okay, assuming you're all where you basically run straight to, because Joseph's running straight for the door as soon as he realizes something's up.
Oh, David's going to stop at the door real quick, wait for everyone to cluster up, and then move in, like, military/police style.
Yeah, Joseph's not gonna, he has the training, he's not gonna do it. He's just going straight through the front door.
And I doubt Byron has been trained at all to do military breach and clear.
I mean, since he's hiding behind the wall over there.
I was going to ask, if someone points Byron to the place he's at, he'll go there, but if not, he'll probably be, like, right there.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you guys to pick wherever you run directly to, because Joseph's going straight through the door, so just tell me whenever you're all ready.
Well,
All right,
unless
yeah.
one of you
No,
thinks to...
that's where David will be stopping, expecting us to do a tactical entrance, but that's where he's stopping.
Seeing Joseph going, running straight for the door.
And David's face being frozen in a fuck moment. Yeah, yeah.
All right. As soon as the door opens, and everyone's no longer allowed to move. Joseph's church has definitely seen better, better, better days. Looks like more than the pillar that Leslie dented has seen some dents. Pews have gone flying across the main area of the church here, the chapel. Many of them have been outright destroyed. Everything else is in practical disarray. Your ghoul companion does not look like she is dead. She's still sort of bleeding. She's slumped over unconscious by one of the pillars. Apparently her body made a wet thump as it was probably flung into it. And off there towards one corner, the beast actually wasn't looking at you at all. You can see it sort of around the pillars due to how large it is. But this massive fleshy snowman that you've heard me describe, actually, you haven't heard me describe it, Sean, courtesy of the fact that disconnects have ended up happening. So I'll go ahead and say it one more time. Let's see here. Wanted to find my note of it. And then the creepiest rendition of Frosty the Snowman you've ever seen is before you. For starters, it's not even a snowman, it's a flesh man. A monstrosity with 3-tiered orbs of pulsating fleshy mass. It's huge, at least twice your size and 4 times your weight. But apparently someone left out the part involving the corncob pipe, button nose, and 2 eyes made out of coal. There's no nose to speak of, and the eyes and mouth are both gaping, as well as illuminated by some sort of hellfire. Speaking of which, there is a considerable amount of heat radiating from this abomination, but you're too busy admiring the little decorations of buttons lining its torso segment, along with branches sticking out at various places of its body. And holy sweet fuck, that's what the arms look like too. Massive, wooden-esque branches corded with ribbons of flesh and muscle, as if the branches were some mockery of a skeletal form. The arms are elongated with great reach and end in massively sharp claws. Above the jolly red sash is a skull, half embedded within the flesh, pale and bleak, with a few branches seemingly set to keep it in place. And of course, to top off the affair is a jaunty Santa hat. And at that point, I do believe we will now be ending the session.
Well, fuck.
I think we've come to a natural stopping point.
I do too. The church almost is bombed, and we've been waiting for it forever.
Really, that's the pinnacle of everything.
Seriously, it's like everything has finally come together.
I mean, that was the whole point of the story, right? Is how long it would take for the church to get bombed or wrecked.
It's still standing.
Yeah, we'll see if it's still standing after,
For the moment.
I mean, at the moment, David has a functional strength of 7, so this fight could, well, you know.
Go well, right?
Well, I mean, it's not impossible that someone might get thrown through a pillar. We're well into superhuman levels of strength here.
Right.
Well, Marcus also has effectively 8 dexterity right now.
There you go. Whenever you're not caught by surprise and you're able to go through your blood pool, anything is possible. But yeah.
Anything is possible.
As Kevin Garnett once said, that's going to be in the end of the session. No experience points awarded for this one. Those will roll over into the aftermath of whatever happens in the next chapter.
So, survive.
If you want experience points.
Oh, what kind of fucking asshole wants experience points?
XP's for sissies.
So, what'd you folks think about the session?
Well, I can tell you what I thought about the ending. Well, fuck.
This has been another one of those situations that started with, "Are you serious?" and turned into, "Oh my god, are you serious?" Like, with Sevalod, when at first I was like, really? This ridiculous guy is, oh god, he's actually quite terrifying.
Yeah, by the way, if we don't manage to kill this thing, Joseph's going to be probably running around the city looking for it.
If we don't manage to kill this thing, we're probably dead.
Well, I mean, if it does the reverse of the rising up from the ground and dives back in. If we get defeated by it, then yeah, dead all around.
Jordan, Krypsyn, what'd you two think?
Well, the parts I was actually doing stuff were awesome.
That was unfortunate, but, you're role-playing your character. You got tipsy.
Yeah. I got
I'm
a
just
little
thankful. Yeah, I'm just thankful that you came back and we didn't have to find you held hostage somewhere, because that would have taken forever and a day.
Well, especially since I don't know how many members of the coterie would actually, be swayed by the hostage.
Yes, we have Cap Marcus Paulson. Give us what we want or we'll kill him. Yeah, you can fucking kill him, we don't care.
So kill him. We stand to lose more by, giving into the demands. Wait, what? Yeah, no, we're playing this utilitarian style. No sentiment.
Yeah, hey Marcus, after you die, can I have your shit?
But I'm glad I could make such another interesting opponent there, where it makes Aaron go, really? And then, really?
Yeah, that's some crazy messed up stuff there. That was actually hilarious when you just started describing it in the alley.
Jordan was the first one to hear about it. He did have a dream fully detailing the creature that I sent to him a few hours before the start of the session.
Yeah,
So when
whoever actually made this thing is a sick-minded individual.
But if a Cephalon didn't make this thing...
Oh, I mean, this would technically be out of character since I think that Germain was alone when this was discussed, but, I mean, Sevalod seriously suggested that the reason the Ouroboros kept popping up everywhere was because of Lombok Ruthin. And
he wasn't entirely sure about it. That's why he didn't know anything about it. But as people in the people who are commenting in the Twitch chat have pointed out, and as the players would certainly do as well, this predates the creation of Sevalod. They've spotted these saucer-shaped beams, the cracks in the concrete, since Chapter 1. This token was one of the first I put on the map.
Yeah, it's also Jermaine was with everyone when he first brought that up, I think. So
okay, I honestly didn't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seem to remember.
He just mentioned greater detail about being interested in Lombok Ruthin alone with Jermaine.
Right. That makes sense.
Well, if Poloni hasn't seen it in the city and Vicephalon in the city, I'm just going to say it right out now that Lombok Ruthin is probably in the city.
Really? You think he might be in the biggest city in the U.S.?
I'm glad you didn't say in the world, because by 1998, Mexico City was already larger than it.
So to answer your question, Larian, how did I come up with it? And I'm a fucked up individual. Was the blizzard real? Not this one, no. The 3 feet of snow never happened in real life. There's never been 36 inches of snow that have fallen on New York City before. It is the most that's ever happened there.
Yeah, Sevalod will ride in on a bicycle to save us. Volo.
I'm not. I don't know if I want Visevalod to save us.
Dude, Volo.
Well, what do you partners know? We meet again.
Volo.
I just want to know what he looks like at that point. Is he a mass of tentacles, or does he look human, and is he on a horse?
No, he's a knight in bone armor.
No, you guys don't understand. The bicycle is riding him. He's shaped like a horse.
Ah, that makes perfect sense.
What?
Yeah, it's the like thing he's created to ride on. He's like, fuck it, I'll just turn myself into a horse and just ride on there because you can do that thing. I mean, you too can do that too, Byron.
Yeah, if I put points into that skill, and I wouldn't even know where to begin because most of that takes medical skill, and I don't have any in that, so I can't even roll on it.
But no, the monster here is certainly a creation of mine. To really go into what the chat's saying, I haven't created everything. I've taken inspiration from the source material that White Wolf has given me with all of the stuff, and of course, I didn't create New York City and some of the locations in it. Although I've definitely made quite a few, but some of the NPCs are certainly of my devising, as well as all of the plans and machinations they have. It certainly wasn't written somewhere. And then Sheriff Kadira Asmai gets captured by Sevalod Saveni.
You know what? I've got it. We need to send Byron to medical school. And we'll do it like, college comedy style. You know, like, damn you, vampire house!
Yeah, and he's only going to be able to take those classes that start, after, say, 7:30 at night at the very earliest.
Yeah, it's an all-night classes college with fraternities for some reason.
Wacky hijinx!
Well, if you're going to...
Just a bunch of wild and crazy vampires!
I really want to see the arc where, where Marcus goes through rush week and, shit like that.
Why do I have to there, man? Why do I have to be the one to go through Rush Week?
Because shut the fuck up. And obviously
We just want to
David
see the
would-
subtle hazing in action. I've never known hazing to be subtle, and you'd probably do it awesomely.
And obviously David would be the well-meaning prankster. Joseph would probably be the stick in the mud that eventually learns how to, let loose and relax by the end.
I think by the end we'll all learn a special something about ourselves we didn't realize existed.
Nope, vamps.
Marcus misplaces his clothes. Byron knows the rudimentaries of vicissitude.
Byron originally goes wanting to go through medical school, but, eventually decides to join the arts program, and then he's like, wait, why the fuck am I here anymore? I was trying to learn to learn vicissitude.
David accidentally exsanguinated a woman, tried to embrace her, and failed to do so.
Oh, God.
And Joseph stabbed a man in his spine.
So far, it seems like the Toreador and the Ventrue are the ones who have done the most evil things.
The Ventrue happily went along with handing over the sheriff to the Zimitzi. Because it solved
Yes.
two of his
Well,
problems at once.
yeah, yeah, as for that, that was more a show for Vsevolov than anything else. I mean, he was not sad, but he was not overjoyed either that the sheriff was being captured.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, it did get rid of some problems, that's for sure.
So yeah, there you go. For the first time, you guys don't have to even think about new character sheets, think about, well, how you want to spend your experience points, think about downtime, because we're ending in the moment.
That should be a song title.
And hopefully you all don't spend, hours of your days, dwelling on, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, how am I going to defeat this?
I won't.
That's
Me
right.
as a player being forced to give up alcohol? To be fair, I don't drink much alcohol in real life, so I really don't care either way.
Of course you don't care, Aaron. You want to make the Tremere?
Hey, I'm not saying I'm trying to get my character killed, but I'm saying if it happens, I've already got things waiting in the wings.
I thought I was the controller of the wings. Maybe you can create your own story, Aaron.
Hey, I mean, you're the one who says that we're the ones who are writing the story.
Yeah. I'm just the one who controls all the moving parts.
Yeah, I could force him to do it. But it would involve staples and possibly a scalpel.
And killing.
Hey, you don't have to kill a person to cut their arms and legs off.
That's right, vampires can regenerate those, damn it.
You can put a person into torpor. Drinking problem solved. Whole new problem gained.
You go to feed him, he vomits it back.
He can just feed on, vitae that's not human.
Yes. Drink my blood. No, it's okay. I'll keep you safe here. I've got him tied up in the basement, chained. No. Pinned to a bed. He's far beyond bloodbound, completely insane from the torture.
When you whisper it like that, it doesn't sound comforting.
It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
I mean, I was kind of hoping that Marcus was dead. I'm like, this would give me a chance to play that animalism-focused gangrel I've been wanting to play. And I'm just like, why would I want to do
So,
that?
as for Marcus, what he said is incorrect involving his addiction. For one, it has to be present in all of the bloody drinks, not just mortals. I sort of get that confused. But if he drinks, if he accidentally feeds upon such an individual, he automatically frenzies, and he must make a roll to prevent humanity loss. Apparently.
The only time it doesn't matter is when I'm frenzying, in which at that point I don't care. I just want to feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better not botch a feeding roll because then you're gonna find someone that just pretending to be drunk.
If I'm in a story, I actually can't fail my feeding rolls. Thank you very much.
I know. I'm saying if you gotta feed somewhere else.
He's just saying there might be a situation where you can't feed in a story. Subway rats.
Those subway rats never knew what hit them.
Eat
They
fresh.
never knew what hit them. You ate all of them.
I single-handedly cleared that entire line of rats.
Yeah, probably not.
Rat problem in New York City has been made a dent in.
Did I enjoy
Right.
playing Gangrel Lady? You talking about Jezebel? You talking about the lupine who began the process of teaching David how to fortitude? Not fortitude, protein.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to want to learn that from you at some point, David. If it ever comes up that David knows Protean.
Apparently someone made Larian's words vanish.
Yeah, I accidentally gave someone a ban by clicking on the wrong button.
You accidentally banned Larian. Good job.
Yeah, no, that was entirely my bad. I am really sorry about that. Shit.
How often does that happen? I see that-
Jordan did it. I think I've done it before while doing the VtM stuff.
Yeah, no, that's... Fuck. Whoops.
Well, I fixed
At
it,
least-
but
At least I can make it up by making them mods.
yeah, I can't make anyone a mod. That's okay.
Oh, I don't make things up to people or apologize. I say it's my bad.
That's right. And once he says my bad, everything's okay.
Well, it means I own what happened.
No.
I'm not necessarily apologizing for it or anything.
Well, if you accidentally ban someone, it's not like you're looking to like time them out anyway. You're just clicking on the chat window and then clicking on the button in the process. You don't get a pop-up confirmation, so clicking on someone's name, that process is completely moot.
Yeah, because they've got that little timer thing right over there.
Yep. I have the chat window popped up, so I might want to move it around, and I select it, and I accidentally selected on someone's little clock. Jezebel's alright, I suppose, Larry. And I mean, I'm not overly attached to too many of the characters. Really, any of the characters. Although there's a few ones, the key ones, who I put some thought into. Sevalod, for example, is one that I enjoy. For obvious reasons. And I definitely like Frosty the Snowman here.
Joseph's still looking for a source block to take care of Sevalod.
Yep. He's, and like I said, you guys know... The players noticed the conditions of what transpired in Steinway Warehouse District. This creature has been hidden on the map, sitting the token right next to Leslie Cutter since Chapter 1. And the coterie certainly had an opportunity to encounter it whenever Germain was with the group, and a lance of light smote the van, and it collapsed on its side. They could have stayed in Muncie Hudson Expediting Stores, and they would have met that thing there. But they didn't.
We really should have. Joseph was more expendable.
Joseph was more expendable, your character? You mean Germain?
Wait, Germain.
No, I'm with you. Sure. Joseph was really expendable.
I can't keep names straight anymore.
Are you playing Diablo 2 tonight, Grimith?
I am. They're actually not going to stand me up. It's at about 5 or 6 minutes. Otherwise, we might have had the combat. But I'm like, nah.
I was just wondering because it says in Voltron Army, Bobo the Vulture is connected to no more party life.
Well, there you go.
Maybe Marcus should hang out in no more party life.
I could drag Bobo in for a cameo, but I don't think that's necessary. Alright, everyone. That takes care of the VtM session. Any final thoughts or questions from you, the players?
Nah, besides, you should watch it on my my Twitch channel instead of Grimith's YouTube channel. You get the full experience of listening to my shitty music.
That's right, you get
And
the
you
Bastion
don't-
soundtrack.
And you don't always get it truncated.
Yep, there is that. But I think it was a fun session, and I actually really liked the cliffhanger it ended on, for whatever reason.
I don't.
This is sort of Sean. Well, fuck.
That
I
should be the name of
just want to see if our fangs can do aggravated damage to those arms.
that should be the name of this chapter. Well, fuck.
Nah, this chapter isn't even nearly as bad as the whole Sevalod arc. Which might not even be over.
Yeah, this is actually turning out fairly well. I mean, she's not dead yet.
No, and she's not going to die during the 3-second turns of combat. She's just unconscious.
I mean, unless someone walks over and snaps her neck.
I mean, the creature might have just arrived, was sort of looking for one of you, and, she might have been like, what the fuck? She went flying. And then he was going to go investigate, down one of the hallways. That's why he's behind the pillar, and then suddenly the door opens. Boom.
That said, Joseph's going to be kicking himself in the ass for that for pretty much the next rest of eternity.
I mean, I thought it was fair, like, neither of them were, no one received a warning about, a creature might pop up. Byron heard a howl. He's not crazy or anything.
Yeah, that said, and it was a bad assumption to make. I assumed, and I guess Joseph would have assumed too, they were after the vampires. I mean, what are the ghouls to it? What are the ghouls to anything? So.
Yep. And then my counter would be, whenever Joseph was talking to Aaron, what if the thing's a monster and can't think at all?
Yeah, it was very bad decisions, and he'll be kicking himself in the ass for that.
Out of character, if the fight starts going badly enough, I'm going to go to the old tried-and-true weapon and drive the car on up in through the church and try and get the thing.
You're gonna get it just stuck inside of the...
It's like, I hit it! I got you, motherfucker! It discorporates into the ground. Fuck!
No, you hit it stuck in the door, and then it just looks at you like, what the fuck?
Hey, I'm just saying, you hit a person with a couple ounces of metal moving fast. That's one thing. You hit a person with a few tons going fast. That's another.
This isn't a person. It's a giant snowman at twice your height and 4 times your weight.
All the more reason to use, massive amounts of force and, mass.
Alright, you 4. I believe that takes care of everything. Good night, YouTube. Good night, Twitch.
Good night, fuckfaces.
Get fucked.
Later.